Shout out to MC for believing in the vision.
That's my homie.
He took me in and joined me on this crazy mission.
Yeah.
So now it's up to me to make the execution. You can never box me in, I'm more than Afrofusion. I can switch it up and bring it back, all without confusion.
Yeah.
Don't get too comfortable, you're gonna need a cushion.
You know, if like you it's crazy as fuck. Like when you're dating a bitch, right? How long do you feel that bitch could give you the real answer that I love it so?
It depends on the person, man. You know, for some people, it happens within like 2 weeks. Because it depends on the chemistry also. Because one time it happened to me within 2 weeks, man. Because we were connecting very easily, very effortlessly, man. And then for others, you know, it takes like studying the person. It can even go up to like 3 months. And you tell her, and then she's not yet ready, or like she tells you fast, and you know, you have to fast figure things out.
Right.
So it depends on the chemistry most of the time. Like for me.
But do you think like it could like to your understanding?
Yeah.
Do you think even if it tells you that I love you, so do you think that it really came from the heart, or like do you think like time matters or it doesn't matter?
Time also matters actually. So like if you study the person, you know, like when they're angry and you've had fights, cause.
But how do you study a person when they don't give you that chance to study them? Because at the end of the day, me to believe that you guys study a person when they give you that chance to study them. You know what I mean? Because you can never study someone when you're not even the communication is fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even the chemistry matters, man.
Yeah.
There's people like you meet someone and it's like after a week, it's like you've known each other like
for a long time. Yeah.
So it's like the understanding is already there. So you don't even need to study them. You already get each other without trying so hard. So
yeah.
And then there's others where you know you have to put in work. They want you to show that you're serious about them. You have to chase them, ask them out. They tell you no, ask them out again until you prove to them that you're for real in this.
But why do you? Okay, now you brought that point.
Yeah.
Why do you have to chase somebody so hard and to put in your effort to show them that you are down for them? You know what I mean?
You know, for some people, like when you're in love, just like you said, you know, when you're sure you're in love, that's when you feel like, you know, I can't give up on this person, man. Even though she disappoints me here and there's still some hope. You know, you always have like some hope.
Bro,
so you might get your heart broken the first time, because it has happened to me. Like there's a girl I pursued for months, bro, in high school. Months. I used to write her love poems and shit. And she would enjoy them, and then like got to a point I was like, man, these things are not working for me. Then I would write her like maybe like once in a week, and then like next week I don't write. Then she started, you know, coming to me. So you didn't write to me this week, and then like my hope goes up again. After like 4 months, bruh.
For what?
After 4 months, I
still waiting for an answer.
Yeah, I got her after 4 months.
Oh, dog, that shit is stupid. Like.
It was worth it, man, because it was really. She showed me like she really was feeling me the way I was feeling her. Also.
Yeah. But if she's feeling you, why can't she just fucking come to you and, you know, like I mean, I don't even get that shit, like, sweat up, dog. Like, I don't get that fucking thing, you know. Why do you have, like, to fast make me sweat and all that shit, you know? Cause, like, nigga, like, we hustle for the bag, right?
Yeah.
We hustle for the bag. We hustle for everything, you know?
Yeah.
But again, what the fuck? If you know bitch is feeling you, why can't she open to you and say, you know what, like, I got these friends for you too, but we need to work it out. You know what I mean?
But you know, people are different also. Like some women also have like insecurities. So they've had like, she's probably had her heart broken like many times in the past. So it's hard for her to like trust again and, you know, like give you that, open herself up to you. So she wants to test you to see, are you for real? Are you not going to break my heart like the last guy?
Testing for what? Are you fucking testing some chemical shit? What the fuck?
Nah, for me, I've learned that about women. Women are different, man. There's some women that love deeply and they fall fast.
Yeah.
And then there's others that they have these walls. You can talk to her for months and she's still, you know, trying to see, are you going to stay interested in me? Or do you just want to hit it, like smash, and then you
take off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so for me, actually, I prefer when it takes time, because like they say, good things take time.
Yeah,
so,
but
like, you have to work for it, and then you.
What if you're chasing that bitch at the end of the day you don't get her? She's into somebody.
Then
that's it. You know what I mean? That's where the issue comes in now.
You take that L,
man, bro. Taking that L issue, right?
Yeah.
Taking that L issue. But the issue is that why didn't you fucking tell me on the first part?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the opening, the being open. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
like
so,
you got a nigga,
yeah,
but you can't come straight to me and say me nigga, like bro, like Mose, like I got a nigga, like I'm seeing somebody, you know what I mean? But you've been hiding all this crazy ass thing for a long time, and at the end of the day, you're telling me at last, after wasting all that moment, you know what I mean?
No, but for me, the way I see it, like if she's not giving me her time, really, I back off. Just like there's a shorty. Well, I won't say much about her, but like for me, I believe you're never too busy for the things you care about.
But absolutely.
So when the shorty was telling me every time I hit her up, and she would tell me I'm busy, I'm sorry, can't meet this week. I got the message, because for me, I believe you're never too busy for the things you care about. You find some time.
Yeah. No, so that's right. Yeah, I believe that point.
That's when I back off personally. So I only pursue a shorty that will give me time, like we talk, and then even if we may go like maybe a day without talking, but she'll, reach back and, we catch up.
Exactly. That's the communication I was talking about, you know what I mean? Because you find out like a bitch is there, you call her, right?
Yeah.
You on your phone, or you texted her on social, on WhatsApp or some, like even the direct messages, right?
Yeah.
But she takes like 3 days to or 4 days until you have to holler her back. And when you holler her back, she's saying that I was busy.
Nah, then you just get the message.
You know what I mean? That shit doesn't work. Like that's the same thing. I was like, how are you gonna be busy on something that if you're a care or if you're down for me, how are you busy? You know what I mean?
For me, when that happens, I just get the message and I move on.
Yeah, because that's the most thing that all disturbs me. Like, how do you tell me that you're busy? Even the most busiest person whom I know, the president, always got time for the family.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that you're busy doing what? We know that I didn't see the missed call, but this phone is always in your hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, some of them, it's also part of growth, man. Some of them, they're still not mature yet. So they still have a lot to learn. So for me, like someone like that, I believe they still have a lot to learn, probably about themselves. So that, it will be easier for them to get into another relationship, like a stable relationship. They're probably not used to like stable relationships.
But what does it take to tell somebody, just a fucking text or a fucking talk, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm not into you. Straight up.
Yeah.
So that you don't waste someone's time.
Yeah, now those are the ones that still have some maturity to do. Because a mature woman would never waste your time.
For real, that's the most stupid thing ever. Like, you tell me that you're busy, but you can't just tell me that you can't just say, hey, I'm sorry, like me and you, like, we can also be friends, or I can't do this.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. He has saved your time. You have got to the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than like, she's there telling you, I'm busy. Busy for what? Busy doing what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, in other words, she's just indirectly saying, I'm too busy for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, this is the bitch, you see the pictures she's posting, all that shit, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, she's telling me that she's busy. But how you tell me that you're busy when you're posting, when you're partying and all that shit? So partying and all that shit, that's why you're busy,
Yeah, she still has a lot to figure out.
Just be open to somebody. Stop wasting someone's time, like all that bullshit time. Then you're saying that you're busy. Just tell that person, you know what, I'm not into you. Straight to the point. Let that person figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me, once you tell me that, hey, like I can't, swear to God, like either make you my friend or we end it.
Yeah, for me that's why I prefer older women actually, because most of these young girls just want to waste your time and spend your money, and
false, man.
It's like they still have a lot to figure out about themselves, man. And for me, I prefer someone that would just.
And when how funny it is, like when they find that they can't get anywhere, then they come back to you. You know what I mean? Until I live on this planet, until I leave this planet, swear to God, bro, there's no, if the bitch has gone, the bitch has gone.
Yeah.
Me, I can never ever bring a bitch who has gone back in my life. Swear to God, like the time I needed you, you took me like a trash.
Yeah.
Now how do you come back to a trash?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's why I said, like, if you can't make it, then that means it's done.
Yeah.
If you can't be my friends in another way, that means me and you, we clear, we done. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, you gone if you can't accept me who I am, then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, but the most thing that I've seen here is really matching around these girls. You know what I mean? They're not open. They're like, they put you in a basket, like in a refrigerator. They keep you there. So once they want you, that's mean they will come, they get you. But once they not like in need of you, they'll put you there. Like you're in the queue waiting for that bitch, you know?
I think it's also, it depends on what they've been exposed to, man. Because I've met a few of them and I've seen like how different they can be. Some of them are influenced by their friends. They could have a friend that has like probably a sugar daddy somewhere. So now they also want that. They want this guy to like pay for their trips to like go to Lake Kivu and you know, post on TikTok, Instagram, and then it gets to their head. So now it's like a competition for them. And then, but there are others that they don't have that influence on them, like some shorty, the Masaka shorty I usually see. She didn't really like have all this like stereotype thing on like, oh, you have to buy me food every time, you have to do this for me every time. She's understanding, like I talk to her, like we link up and like we just know what's up. Like she doesn't make demands, unnecessary demands and shit like
that's
that.
the kind of bitch man I prefer. Let me tell you, you know what really confuses me?
Yeah.
If someone is into you, you love each other, why do you have someone to, you know, like to suffer a lot for you? You know what I mean? We are all human beings. The same problems that you go through, they're the same fucking problems I do what? I go through. Even that rich nigga you're saying that, oh, that sugar that you're looking for, he got a family. He went through the same issue the way, you know, we are all fucking human beings. Right. If I say, hey, babe, you know what I mean? Like, I got no this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things are tough right now. Why can't you fucking understand me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you mean you don't go through tough time? We all go through tough time. So if I tell that, hey, I got no money, why do you say that I'm a broke ass nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the most. Oh, you're the same thing. You're so broke ass bitch because at the end of the day, you're asking what you know.
Man,
it's the same thing. So like, funny. Bro, picture it as I don't refuse taking a girl on a date, right? I don't refuse on making my girl happy, but happiness comes in different way, right?
Yeah.
I can bring you home, I cook for you, right? You can come home, we watch movies and we watch music and all that shit. Yeah. We can go for an evening walk. We can go for leisure parks and we watch all those things, you know, the nature, right? Yeah. So what do you expect, like every time whenever I need you, the way to become your boyfriend, me taking you in the club and putting in the restaurant, spending all that money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how you know a shorty is shallow, man. Because for me, I call them shallow shorties. Shorties that think like that. She's shallow, man. She doesn't have like a long-term goals, long-term vision.
Yeah.
She wants like here and now. She doesn't know that you have to work for the things that are worth it.
Facts.
You have to put in time, effort. You have to be there. You have to be present. For her, she's always like thinking, I want this guy and I want to find him in this position already so that he can take me here.
Right.
Not knowing that you can actually work together as a team. And
you know.
So I always avoid those shallow shorties.
Bro, and that's the most common one, you know, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Now you say, sure, can you come home? How mindset is like, this nigga wants to fuck me. You know what I mean? Come on, yo. That's why I tell you that I love these international girls, like the whites and all those fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it also depends on, you can't invite her home on the first meeting.
No, it doesn't mean on the. Let me tell you, it doesn't mean on the first meeting.
Yeah, that's what.
But once I take you on the day, now you're my girl, I'm your girl.
Yeah.
You know, you never been to my place where I stay.
Yeah.
Even doesn't mean that visiting somebody that's 100% a smash. Yeah. Nah, that's none. It's all about you. The way, you know, whenever you go to a restaurant, you don't even have that time to express each other. You know what I mean? Like, because noise and all that shit, people, the movement that's in the restaurants and at the hotel. You know, but once you are in the quiet place, like maybe alone, like maybe in the park, leisure park, or you're at home, or you're having an evening walk, you know what I mean? You know, that's when you see a real person, you know what I mean? Even when they speak from the heart. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean like, because once a bitch is lying you just get to know that they're lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why the chemistry, that connection really matters a lot.
But once someone is telling you the truth, you just look into the eyes and see this person is real. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing. Like I was asking myself, why like you in a relationship like for almost like 6 months, 7 months, but the bitch has never stepped in your home where I stay.
That's not really a relationship. You guys are playing yourself.
For real, you know. And I realized me like now the age I'm in and the time like I'm growing up mature now, like realizing now I no longer waste on someone's time. Like don't waste my time, I don't waste your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like tell me the reality. Are you into me or not? You know what I mean? So that I don't fucking waste my time. I don't waste your time because time is expensive, car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you lose that time, the time I'm chasing your ass and you're not into me, it's the same time I could have used to chase someone who's into me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And at the end of the day, relationship is 50-50. You know what I mean?
I actually heard someone say sometimes a relationship can be 70-30. You know, sometimes it can be 80-20. Sometimes it can be 50-50.
Even sometimes it can be 0-50-100.
Yeah, because and the way she explained it actually made sense to me, because there's times like with your partner might be feeling so low and you're the one that has to lift them. So now you're the 80 and they're the 20.
Yeah, facts.
So it fluctuates like that. And
yeah, but that comes when they're like when the bitch when it's one time it was 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it, of course, like after you build
love is like love's like it's like temperature.
Yeah,
temperature is up, it goes down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once you find me that my boyfriend is like is down, then I gotta that's why it means real love.
Yeah.
Once I'm down, you gotta lift me up.
Yeah.
Once you're down, I'm there for you to lift you up, right?
Yeah.
So that's the same thing. Like love is like temperature. Yeah. Sometimes in the minute it's 70 degrees, then if 70 Fahrenheit, then in another time it's you know. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think love is all about like being each other. You know what I mean?
And I think also
understanding each other.
Yeah, true love is also like becoming more and more hard to find nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to find true love nowadays.
Shit these days is all about like we go to the restaurant, spend that fucking 100K.
Appearances, man. Like, I've seen couples that they're beautiful on Instagram, man. They're beautiful.
But when you go to their homes, it's crazy,
bruh.
That's why I ain't gonna marry a bitch woman. Gonna pretend car. Like nah, that shit ain't gonna happen like that.
And I've seen people that hardly post on Instagram, but they're happy, man. They're starting families.
Man,
some of them are actually starting to realize it, because some of them I'm friends with, and I see they never post on Instagram. But whenever we link up with them, like you can see, it's working, man. They've been together for years. They don't have to show off to the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're making shit work, because actually, just like that saying, people like to ruin a good thing. So when you show people like you're happy in a relationship, people will start trying to bring you down. Someone wants to, I want to get his girl now. I want to make him cheat on her. Something, because people want to ruin good things, man. When they see good things, they feel jealous.
Right.
So now they're like, I can't let them be happy like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they find a way to like end your relationship. And I think people are starting to realize that, like, people in stable relationships, they only post maybe like on an anniversary or like they're celebrating something.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't get to see their personal life.
Once you start putting your relationship out there, and you don't have that strong heart that the feedback, what you're gonna get from the internet, you know what I mean? You're gonna swallow it and digest it, you know what I mean?
You shouldn't look at that.
You don't. Me, I was like,
you don't need validation from strangers.
Exactly.
Most of them are actually strangers, man.
Facts.
You don't need their validation.
Because if they see you with a happy relationship, that means there's another one who's gonna come to destroy you in a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me, that's why I was get proud of LeBron and Stephen Curry, because these guys, they married their sweethearts from high school. You know what I mean? So having ignored all the social media and all that thing that happens to them, but they still fight for their girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of relationship that you find all these celebrities, most of them that have divorced their wives and all that. Like keep being a celebrity and being a star and keeping your wife for all that long. Bro, that means that's a nasty lady. That's a lady who's there for you. That's, man, in ups and downs, you're there for each other.
Actually, just like you said, it's about understanding. Because I've even seen some people, they start off with like maybe one of them is like very on social media and all that. And then it's just about having that conversation. You know, you're like, I'm not this type of person.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen with some people and it ended up working. She no longer posts as much about them.
Mm-hmm.
So people get to a point they're like, maybe these people broke up. And then she just hits them with another, like, these guys are still together. So it's like, in a way, it also helps with like the mental health, man. It makes the relationship more stable in a way, I feel like.
Yeah. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If imagine you got it, but if you find your girlfriend is cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, not cheating, like, for example, okay, let me turn the question like this. Like, you got a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Then you take your girlfriend to meet your friends.
Yeah.
But once your girlfriend sees your friends, she likes one of your friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Could you go into and you get to realize that, hey, now my girlfriend likes my friend? Could you go and fight with your friend? Or could you maybe also you find out that maybe like they smashed, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that. Okay, let me reverse the point. Like saying, okay, you find out, like, for example, you have a friend,
Yeah.
and that friend has a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So you find out that the girlfriend of your friends, she's falling for you.
Yeah.
Could you smash that girl?
It depends on which kind of friend the person is.
Oh, is your tight homie, car? Like, your fucking tight homie, car?
If it's my homie, then I would never, man, because there's boundaries. I've actually been in a situation. I didn't smash the guy's girl, but in a way, I overstepped the boundaries, and it taught me a lesson because me and him are not as close as we once were.
Yeah.
So it told me there has to be certain boundaries you respect, man. Because if it's your boy has been there for you, and then you see there's something happening that shouldn't be happening. Maybe you find yourself in a situation where you're with his girl and he's not around.
All right.
You have to make sure there's at least someone else, a third party, to make it not weird. And for me, I had to learn that the hard way because I ended up having a serious talk with my boy. And our relationship changed after that, man. Because even after he forgave me, we talked things out. It's still like up to now, we're not as close as we once were. They're still together, thank God. But just because of that unfortunate misunderstanding.
But do you think it's your issue or the girl's issue?
Both of us, actually. Yeah. It's both of us' issue.
Me, I had one of my friends explain to me that shit.
Yeah.
And he told me, once I find like my girl, she's into you.
Yeah.
That means that girl, she didn't love me.
Yeah.
She was just there for me that moment.
Yeah.
But now she has got the right person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because imagine I have my girl, and my girl likes you.
Yeah.
You know, on the first time she has seen you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's probably last. Because she doesn't know you one-on-one. It's last.
But again, how do you allow someone that you have never seen but you're allowed to smash?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's last. They don't have a connection. They haven't built something yet, so it's last. Just like you can see a girl with a big nyash and, you know.
But again, if a girl, you know, at the end of the day, it's her body.
Yeah.
She's the one to let you in or to not give you anything.
Yeah, it's last.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
see, that's why they say relationships are about sacrifice. There's people in relationships that, of course, they have crushes on other people, but they choose to ignore it because they have to make this sacrifice to commit to that relationship. I've also been in a situation where a shorty I knew was with a guy I knew, and shorty started making a move on me, but out of respect for the guy, I had to, hash things out and tell him. And he took it like as a man. He told. Funny thing is, Shorty had actually done it before.
Right.
So when I told him, he told me actually it wasn't the first time she had done it. So it's something they had to work out by themselves. So some people actually they can't control themselves. Some people, I feel like relationships are about it takes a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Even me, you could be in a relationship and you see another shorty, you're like, yo. That's when you find your shorty. Your shorty may even notice that she's like, what the fuck?
No, for bitches, they will just even end up like slapping you or something like that. So it's because then they react so quick. Yeah,
you have to.
I mean, man, I think love is all about honesty, trust, communication. You know what I mean, and sacrifice. That was the way you say it. Because at the end of the day, when you don't give me your time, and if you don't sacrifice time, that means like that's not love. You know what I mean? Because if you're lying, if you're not honest, if you're playing those fucking games, if you're not keeping your communication straight.
Yeah, some people actually, the cause of that for some people is you may find they're in a relationship where they feel like their partner is not there for them full time. Their partner has gotten to a point where they're now comfortable. They're like, this is my girl. I can treat her how I want. So they feel like they're not respected as much as they once were. So they start looking for that respect, that affection from someone else.
Right.
They want someone that will give them their time. Maybe they call their boyfriend sometimes and the guy doesn't pick up.
Right.
So now they want someone they can talk to, someone that's there full time. That's why even like some rich old women go for young guys because now the husbands are now ignoring them.
It's not about ignoring them. The time, man, is limited. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh man, that shit is tough, man. But relationship stuff is crazy, Carl. Like it's really stupid. Like I don't get it, man.
Yeah, but I feel like with every experience you learn something, and so it helps you. That's why in your 20s you're supposed to
make all the mistakes and all that bullshit.
You get with as many girls as you can, make all that, you fuck up, and this is what I want in a woman, this is what I don't want in a woman.
Facts.
This is what most women want, that will make it work, and this won't make it work. So by the time you find someone that has all those qualities, you're like, you know what? I think I can.
Like to me right now, I got my list. Like if I don't find a bitch like with these qualities, like nigga, like nah. Me once a bitch doesn't understand me who I am, it doesn't understand like she got to accept me who I am, you know what I mean? If a bitch is there to lie me and play fucking games, like there's no, every time let me tell you something, you can do something wrong. But once you tell me straight to the point, hey dog, like hey, I messed up this. There's forgiveness, I understand. We are human beings, we make mistakes, we come back. But keeping in the lines and lying me all the time and that shit ain't gonna work. A bitch who's dirty, I don't fuck with a bitch who's dirty. Bro, you can't tell me, a nigga can understand, but a bitch? How you gonna be dirty?
Yeah, that's a shallow chick. That's another
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. A bitch who lies, a bitch who's dirty, who does not take care of herself, you know what I mean? I just need a bitch who's smart and who knows what they call hustle, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if I say, hey babe, I have these ideas, but I'm trying to figure it out. All the pieces are not adding up well. If I just said, then she will help me to add those pieces and you find out the thing that you're looking for, you got it. You know what I mean?
Now that's where you might be at like 30%. And then she brings in that 70%.
Exactly, so, but most bitches, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. It's crazy, man. And their mindset is all about pizzas and clubs and all that shit, you feel me? Like, oh man, imagine sitting with a bitch and ask, hey, what, how do you see yourself in 5 years to come? She's like, with the rich dude, like, what the fuck? You think you just go fetch the money like that, So it's real.
Like, if you can't really have like a 2-hour, maybe more plus conversation with a shorty, you talk about everything and nothing, and you're still having fun, you're still like, you don't want to hang up, that's how there's a connection really.
Honestly, I love pussy. But me when a pussy like start bringing in stories, you know what I mean? Like, dog, like I'm out. Swear to God, I'm out. I'm not gonna be like chasing and you know, I got this issue of like you're being stressed with a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like you're stressed with like business and all the work shit, you know. Now you got someone that you brought in your life to be your partner, support you when you're down, and now she's draining you to the grave. You know what I mean? Most people die, it's not because of the disease. They die because of stress. You may even you find that you have these no more these diseases, you know, that you've been controlling. But once you add in a disease, a stress, you know, stress is the most killer disease on planet. You know what I mean? Then even that small disease that you had in your body becomes even worse. You end up like dying and collapsing. I see my friends of niggas, like people are sleeping in their fucking cars. You think that even accidents on the road, you think people you find someone is driving.
He probably didn't get enough sleep last night. So now...
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. He didn't even he's just on the road, but he's not on the road. The mind is very. You find someone jumped over the trench. I said, what the fuck happened? Huh? Maybe last night they fought with the bitch, the lady. You know, that's why I'm saying
like. And I don't think it's usually like a one-time thing. It probably has been happening.
Yeah, absolutely. So because like, man, why do you think niggas, someone goes in the club like he doesn't have a family, bro? I don't know. Do I love my kid? Do I love kids? I don't know if God one day when he gives me kids, I'm gonna be like spending all much of my time like with stupid thing. Like, okay, I got my homie, check my homie off work, like we go have that drink, we watch NBA, but I also have to create time for my family, for my babies. You know what I mean? I need to make my babies my best friends. I need to make my babies my everything. So that time I needed to spend it with my kids. But you find the niggas spends a whole week even without seeing the kids. It's not because he doesn't want to see the kids. It's just that now he's thinking, if I go there, dramas. Now start creating the works that are not even there. On Sunday I have to go here.
This guy has unresolved issues for sure.